Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dan, the voice behind ThatKaitoDan, and welcome to my post-reaction for the RWBY Volume 5 Yang character short. So yeah, I have to explain what I mean by post-reaction. So, when this came out on October 14th, I was in RTX London at the time, and we had this Yang short and the first episode of Volume 5. Shown off at the RWBY panel that I was at, and that was my first time seeing both the short and the episode. I did record my reactions for both, but unfortunately, the quality of the video of my Yang short reaction is it's just too poor quality, and I owe you guys so much, and I don't want to give you guys a poor quality content just for the sake of getting it out there. I want to give you guys the best quality content I can give you. So, unfortunately, I had to scrap using that live reaction. Hopefully, I recorded on my on a different camera for the first episode of Volume 5, so hopefully the reaction is going to be okay for that. You'll see my reaction as well as everyone around me to that first episode. But yeah, I'm going to have to do a post-reaction for this one, which at least gives me more time to better give off my opinions on this short, as I didn't really have that opportunity with obviously the live recording. Also, I'm wearing my new RWBY hat and my new RWBY shirt that I got at RTX London, so I figure nice way to show off those two as well. But yeah, this is a post-reaction, so I'm going to be watching the short again, and afterwards and through the short I'll also be giving some of my post-reaction opinions and stuff that I see and all that. Also, please make sure to watch the official short through the official sources. I'll post a link to the short in my description. I think that's everything, so let's just get straight to it now. Count it down with me. 3, 2, 1. And of course, we're starting off with some background noise. And we open up with the Yang and RWBY sparring session. And it's the first time that we're seeing RWBY and Yang in the Maya engine with their original designs. And there's the classic pose from one of Iron Lean's original arts of Yang, which I'm so glad to see.
Why can't I just use my beautiful crescent rose?
I love the little like cartoon pop-ups that we see, or I guess the anime kind of pop-ups, kind of like the wind singing, the sweat drop kind of stuff. And yep, this is before Yang goes off to Beacon, and possibly before the yellow short, the yellow trail I mean. And we're getting RWBY and Yang sparring, and God bless RWBY, she's trying, but she doesn't have the form. I love that shot of Yang smirking, by the way. But yeah, RWBY is just so bad with melee combat that it's got to be something that she's going to have to fix.
Sometimes you just have to stand your ground and fight, no matter what.
Wise words, and obviously they work in very well with what happens with Yang and RWBY in the future. And that ain't RWBY.
RWBY?
Again, I love seeing the old designs in the Maya engine.
RWBY!
That's a big Ursa. And a definitely different looking one. It looks slimmer than the original one. And a new Yang song as well. But yeah, that Ursa looks so different from the original version. It looks almost like a Beowulf version with how slim it is. Yang is one of my favorite characters, so this is such a blast to watch, even in a second viewing or whatever. And this song is so kick-ass. Usually all of Yang's songs are. They're very, like, they get you bumping all the time. Get in there, Yang. Just gotta say this right now, the combat in this is outstanding. Some of the best close quarters combat I think we've seen. Especially that arm 12. And this whole sequence is just fantastic. I love watching Yang so much. Ugh. And again, RWBY without a weapon, she's pretty much useless. She can't really hold her own. She's got strength enough to obviously carry her weapon and use that, but not enough to defend herself without it. Oh boy. again, look at that design on the Ursa. I was in the Murderer Birds' live stream, and someone said that it kind of looks like a Wolverine version, and I agree. It definitely has that sort of form. And that, oh my god, everyone freaked out about that. Even though we all knew that Yang would survive, but still, that is kind of freaky to see. But then Yang just goes right back for it. Right on the end. I think it's very symbolic as well that she attacks and kills it with the arm. Ugh. I hate that noise. Yeah, get in there, Yang. That's still gotta... Yeah, that's still gotta hurt, even with just the damages of aura. And that is just damage to the aura. It's not her aura being depleted, otherwise she wouldn't have been able to use her semblance, as recently revealed with a RWBY Ask Me Anything.
I've always got access.
Nah. Yang is the best sister. I mean, Winter is also good as well, but Yang is just so loving and so supportive, but firm in her own way as well, and I just love it. Ah, these eyes of fire. I love that song as well. Don't know if it's my favorite Yang song yet, but it's definitely a good one. So yeah, that was the Yang short, and I love the fact that we started the character shorts with a sister sparring session as well, with Weiss training up against Winter's summons, and then ending it with Yang versus RWBY in a sparring session and some more Grim. I think that was a nice bit of symbolism there. In fact, there was again a lot of good symbolism in this short if you look into it, like Yang killing the thing with destroying its arm. I mean, that might not be intentional, but at least that's what I'm getting from it. But yeah, that was so much fun, and again, the combat in that short was fantastic. I love close quarters combat, especially with Yang because of all the recoil stuff, and I think that was some of the best recoil fighting that we've seen from Yang in some time, with how she dipped and dodged, even went underneath the Grim and recoiled off the tree as well. It was absolutely fantastic. And again, that one bit where it looks like Yang's aura is depleted, it's not depleted, it's still there, it just took a very heavy hit. Kind of like when Tyrion was landing all those hard blows on RWBY, and then the aura went later on after another hard hit. Because again, in a Ask Me Anything before New York Comic Con, the RWBY crew said that to use a semblance, you need aura. If you have no aura, you can't use your semblance. So Yang definitely had some aura still there. It's just she took a heavy hit. And obviously this is before she went to Beacon, so even though she is a absolutely fantastic fighter, as shown in the Yellow trailer, she's still kind of learning. She's still immature in a few ways, but you can tell just how much she really cares for RWBY and how much she's willing to put herself on the line for others just by diving into a Grim and getting chomped on. That really says a lot about Yang's character, and it's one of the reasons why I love her so much. She might be my favorite Team RWBY character, though currently Weiss is starting to sneak up a bit. But yeah, that show was just so fantastic, and I wish I could have given you guys the live reaction for it, but again, I had to make do with what I could do, and it's a shame, but what you're gonna do? At least we got the Yang shot in the end, and it was such a good watch. And if you thought that was good, obviously the first episode of Volume 5 was kick-ass as well, and I can't wait to hopefully, knock on wood, show you guys the live reaction, because it was such fun. And spoiler alert, we gave the entire crewbie that were there a huge standing ovation, and rightfully deserved. But yeah, that's my post reaction for the Yang character short. What were your opinions on the short? Did you enjoy it? And how did you reflect on it now compared to when you first watched it before the first episode, with knowing what happens with Yang in that first episode? Leave all your opinions in the comments down below, and again, please make sure to watch the official sources of the short. And while you're down there leaving your comments, please hit the subscribe and bell buttons to make sure you get every new video from me as they drop, especially in this busy period of RWBY. And follow me on Twitter at ThatKaitoDan, where I post anything to do with RWBY, as well as give you updates, I should say, on future content from yours truly and more. But for now, that's it for this short, and I'll see you guys with the first episode reaction of RWBY Volume 5. But until then, have a good day or good night, and peace out.